So what have you done for your partner the past week, the past fortnight? Tell you what, let's go the past month, right? Even 6 months. What have you actually done for your partner? Hey guys, Llewellyn.SelfAura, and that's the leading question. Built on healthy relationships, what have you done for your partner without the expectation of receiving, right? So I have clients, over the years I've had loads of clients in this situation, but right now I've got a few, and yes, there's some female, but the majority are male, right? And they're trying to understand why they're going through a certain situation that maybe they feel like their partner has lost their spark, right? Or they feel like the man is starting to feel a little bit insecure about himself because he's noticing the lack of what he would say intimacy. But it's not. It's the lack of sex. And those two things, although people think are the same thing, they sort of are, but they're different. So let me get into this. What have you done for your partner? So when was the last time that you ran a bubble bath for your partner just because you know she likes that? What about a back massage? What about anything like that, or creating a bedroom of sanctuary where she can just go upstairs, go and relax? Maybe there's some soothing music on in the background. Maybe, the bed's all fresh. When you have a space that is free from clutter, it helps you be free from clutter in the mind, okay? So when have you created this for your partner without the expectation of anything in return? And when I say you don't get anything, with regards to you're not expecting anything in return, what's mad is you do actually get something in return. You get a lot in return. You're building the very foundations of a healthy relationship. You're building safety. You're building intimacy. You're building awareness, mutuality, all of the insight, all of the things that you should be building, right? And you keep on top of it. You do things that you originally thought you were going to do for your partner. Whether you have been together for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. How do you make your partner feel? Do you make them feel as if they're 100 miles an hour with work or the children, everything, the shopping, the bills, all of this, but then you're expecting them to perform at 100% rate at gone 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night, when they still haven't regulated, they still haven't come down from that day, they're actually exhausted, right? And I know that burnout is a massive problem at the moment, not just in the UK, but in the US. I've been there, seen it, in Australia, Canada, all of these places. And it's the same for the men as well, because I do have female clients who do the same thing, right? However, the majority that I'm talking to today are the men, because you're expecting a woman, and don't forget, hormones are a real thing, yeah? So time of the month is a real thing. The menopause, premenopause, all of this is real life stuff. I mean, you have to have insight. You have to get to know the person that you're with in order to create that safetiness, right? And I've spoken about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It all fits in. It's all one big web, right? Because quite often, I was on a podcast not long ago with a divorce lawyer and a psychologist and a couples therapist. Now I'm a couples coach, slightly different. And what we can all agree on is by the time that couples seek therapy, or by the time they look then for the divorce, it's too late, right? Because you haven't kept the core principles of your relationship intact before it's got to this point. And 9 times out of 10, when they approach, say, a divorce lawyer, they will say, I'm divorcing because of this, because of that. It's a specific tipping point. But actually, it's a melting pot of neglect of your relationship and your partner and the very fundamental values of which, and the morals of which you chose to spend the rest of your life with building. Yeah. So, for instance, deceit, dishonesty, lack of empathy, lack of affection, lack of understanding who your partner is and what their type of day has looked like, or their week, what they're going through. So the last thing they're going to want to do is perform at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when you haven't actually met their basic needs, right? And I can't say that enough. And the basic needs is you need to make them feel valued. Yeah? Show your love, show your respect, show your admiration. And yes, needs mutuality is both ways. So you will get your needs met. So why don't you start? And if you think then, like I've got a few people who say, well, what about my needs? What if they don't meet my needs? Well, why don't you be the first person to make those needs happen? Why are you not keeping them fundamentals and lead by example? Because as soon as you lead by example, you'll be very surprised by what you do receive. Yeah? So you need to create that bedroom of sanctuary, a safe space where they can go and relax. They can go and shrug off the day without that underlying. And some idiot nearly just pulled out right in front of me on a roundabout for some reason. Never mind, common sense of a gnat. Right, so never mind, we move on. It's understanding the concept of these pillars in your relationship and what type of person you want to be. Like make that meal happen. Just make it happen. Light some candles, cook the meal of which is her favourite. This happens the other way around too. Of course it does. Make him that meal. But I'm specifically trying to reach out to the men right now because I'm seeing like more and more of my clients are coming to me with these issues that she's not showing interest. Maybe there's someone else. Because you start asking all these questions to yourself and then doubting things when your partner is exhausted, she's fallen asleep, and you're led there thinking, well, this doesn't feel like it used to. There's a reason for that. It's because we need to take time for each other. Yeah, we can't forget what we're building. Before life kicked in, right? Before the merry-go-round of living together, having children together, having your professional work and your progression in life that way kick in, you two decided to get together before all of that happened. So it needs to maintain that way. It's you two against the world. And of course, you're going to have your own independence. Your partner, your wife is going to have her own independence. But we are also going to have our own security together. You need to create that warmth, that loving environment. Yeah? So reach out to her. Say, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. It doesn't matter if she's having a good day, a bad day. Just be that person. Yeah? Today, I'm going to go and do this for her. Have that mindset. You don't want anything in return apart from putting a smile on her face. Yeah? Or trying to. You might not put a smile on her face. Maybe she's too emotionally wrapped up with things. Maybe she's burnt out. Maybe she's feeling certain emotions right now. That's okay. Be persistent. Because what you're doing is, piece by piece, you're taking a load off. Yeah, you're creating a safe space. And this is what healthy relationships is built on. And trust me, once you put this in place and you keep going at it, and you make sure that you are giving... Maybe she likes falling asleep to a head rub, right? Even if you're exhausted. I get there, I've been there. You're exhausted, you've had a busy day yourself, right? But rub her head to sleep. Yeah? Without coming on to her. Just rub her head to sleep. Tell her that you love her and that I hope you have a nice sleep and relax. I could feel, rubbing her back and everything else. Let her relax. Right? Then, the next day, maybe you say, if you have time in your day, maybe we can go for a walk on lunch. Yeah? Blah, blah, blah. You start building these things, putting things in place. Start having a hobby together. Stop being so serious as well. So be serious when it comes to paying the bills, going to work, getting stuff done. right? That's your mature side. However, don't forget to have fun in your relationship. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You have to do stuff that creates a bit of fun and laughter, okay? So the whole environment at the moment on the outside, cost of living, uncertainty with the world right now and everything, right? All these little stresses. We are in control of our circle. It's called the circle of influence. We can influence our circle. What do you want that to look like? You know, everything that you put in, don't expect it, right? But everything that you put in, wouldn't you like that back? Well, you keep building, and if it doesn't happen immediately, trust me, it will happen. You've got to keep things fun. You've got to keep things loving, respectful, and you've got to make an effort. You've got to show up. And that's the main important. You've got to show up. You've got to understand who your partner is. You've got to understand who you are as well. I'll have a whole different video on that one. And you need to understand, what type of marriage or relationship do I want? What type of marriage or relationship does the person I'm with ideally should have? Yeah? What do they exactly... Sorry, I got majorly distracted then by that. There was two cyclists who didn't seem to know which way they were going. Sorry about that. The joys of driving and having a chat, I suppose, because I got to make sure I'm concentrating, yeah? But what do you expect them to have as a life? You know? Can you be the best possible person for that person in their life? And you always strive for that, because the flip side is you will then become a better person. You will then create an environment that you will just strive in, right? Have a common purpose together. Doesn't matter what it is. Hobbies. Maybe you want to set up a business together. Maybe you want to do a bit of traveling together. Maybe you want 7 children together. Whatever it is, just do it. You know? Tell jokes. Have a laugh. Have a sing, even if you can't sing, it doesn't matter. Have a dance out the kitchen. Just play around a little bit, yeah? Just loosen up that tension. And then at the same time, blow her socks off with an incredible meal. Study that meal and get it spot on so she's eating every forkful that she is eating. She's, oh, this is so good, because she knows that you've put that effort in. And flip side as well. Obviously, I'm speaking mostly to the men today because a lot of my clients, most of them in this situation are men. They're trying to understand what has happened and what they can do. Well, you look at yourself, you look at your relationship, and you understand your partner. Simple as that, and then you put these things in place. You give, not to receive, right? You just give. And trust me, that gives you a good sense anyway. That gives you a good sense of feeling and pride, because you know who you are. You're developing into this person who is showing care, empathy, understanding. You know, you're being tentative to their needs. Because then, when you get to a certain level, you can sit down, communication's key, and you can discuss each other's needs, each other's wants, where we were, where we are now, and where we want to get to. These are core principles. Please, just try it, right? So that is the question. What have you done for your partner the last week, last fortnight, 6 months, without thinking that it's going to lead to what you want, right? Because that will come eventually. Trust me, that will come. However, you have to build these things in place. Be the better person. When I say the better person, I don't mean as in be better than your partner, right? What I'm saying is, for yourself, be a better person, right? Reach out, do these things, make an effort. If she's telling you about her day, take an interest, right? Don't just, oh yeah, it's a bit blasé. Take an interest in her day. Sit down, look in the eye, have a conversation, yeah? Go and learn about the menopause or premenopause. Go and learn about ladies and their hormones and their periods and things like this. And yes, you might think, God, is this guy mad? Like, why would I want to sit there and read this? Trust me, Go and learn this stuff because it will give you more of an understanding on exactly what is going on. Yes, men, right? We have shit going on too. Of course we do. Yeah? However, so do they. Don't keep adding to that. We want to take away. Because if we take away, we get more. That is it. We take away from them and they get more. Right? So it's about creating that environment. And now, I just wanted to quickly jump on as I'm driving to, while I'm in the car. Because I've just come out of a meeting. I thought, yeah, I'm going to just quickly jump online and do this. Again, yes, on the camera is a lot different to what I'm used to. This is my new online venture where I'm just trying to, I really hope that I can just help someone, right? I've got my clients online and I thoroughly enjoy that work. I've spoken at conferences, I've worked in the communities and everything. Mental health, yada, 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 right? This is totally new to me, talking into a camera. So I'm not going to cut anything because I want it to feel as if you're just sat down and we're just having a conversation. And none of my videos are there to be, or attack anyone or to go against anything. They are there just for advice from someone who has the knowledge, the experience, and the understanding of the fundamentals that we need to create a better lives for ourselves, right? So that's whether you're single, that's whether you are in a marriage, whether you're part of a couple, maybe you've just started dating, all these little things, even like making money online, mental health. I'm going to get into all of that stuff, but right now, the first couple of videos, I'm going to look into the health of relationships and just spread that out there because I'm seeing a lot of stuff online at the moment that it doesn't quite sit right with me, right? And I'm thinking, well, if there's just one more voice trying to help people in a constructive way, in a healthy way, then why not, right? I've had many of people over the years say to me, Jay, why are you not online doing your own thing? On YouTube and spreading that word and that knowledge and everything else. And my true answer was I was too busy. I was getting asked to go on podcasts. Out of every 10 invites, I'd go on 5. Then I was doing speeches. I'm working in the communities actively. I've got my own clients that's word of mouth. I haven't had to do any advertising. And that's spread like throughout the world. I've got clients all over the place. And I thought, well, I could actually help more people this way. So why not? And that's what I'm doing. So if you like this stuff, stick around. Feel free to, all this stuff, thumbs up, sub and whatever else. But if not, I wish you the best anyway. And yeah, we'll delve into more of the psychology behind certain things and how to build this healthy relationship foundations and what we can expect to move forward, and about our circle of influence. So I'm going to leave it there for now because I am mindful I'm going to waffle on because I've got a tendency of doing that as well, especially if I'm left to my own devices. I'm way better when I'm in a conversation or around other people and we're going back and forth. This way, I will have a tendency to have a bit of a waffle, right? But hopefully you take something from it. Who knows? But anyway, that's me, Llewellyn.SelfAura. Feel free to stick around and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Ta-ra for now.